The Battle Tavern.
He definitely doesn't have a gun to my head to tell me to do this.
That's the only reason we're actually doing this podcast.
Craig, just one day,
I didn't ask for any of
showed
this.
up to be like, you're doing a fucking podcast and you're gonna like it.
Well, you got some sass?
Ugh.
Jeez, Pugs. Where's your usual energy?
You tar boy.
Let's jump right into her. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the Battle Tavern. It's us, yet again.
It's me, ya boy.
Ya boys.
It's me, your boy.
Hey, what's up, demons?
What is up, Short Kings?
Dude,
Oh, it's just our little fellas, man.
Actually, funny enough, there's only one Short King here. Everybody else is
You
6
know what?
foot up.
Let's address this joke that Pugs and I have been going back and forth over the last 3 weeks. Pugs, at least once a day, has been sending me on TikTok or on Instagram or something
I know where this is going.
the videos that are like me being sad because my short friends have to go back to the North Pole to make toys this year for Santa. I am average height, and this man is just out here just trying to rattle me every time, and I
Sounds
just like
something a short guy would say to me.
better watch out before I come for those knees, brother. It's gonna be a wrap for you.
I just saw an SNL skit yesterday where it was like a guy talking. He was like, "Yeah, us short kings, this and that." And then
I
he's
saw that. That was hilarious.
And he's pointing over to the other guy. He's like, "No, I'm 6 feet tall." He's like, "Well, then stand back to back with me." And he's like, "No, I can't because I'm already standing."
Dude,
no, I love those. Go ahead.
Are like, you know, have you seen that where like the people will go around and they'll be like, "All right, how tall are you?" And guys will be like, 6 foot even. She's like, "All right, cool. Let me measure you then." Like, are you 5'10"? Not a chance.
No, my favorite videos are those like YouTubers who like their comments will ask them, "Hey, how tall are you?" And they're like 6'3", and then one of their followers will be like, "Okay, let's double check you," and then they'll have like some like item for reference that like they know what the height is, and they'll calculate out exactly how tall they are. The most egregious one I've seen recently was like, "Yeah, I'm 6'5". You have no way to prove it, or I have no way to like you have no way to prove that I'm wrong. So I'm 6'5", believe it or not. And somebody like he had like this fucking child scooter next to him at one point. Somebody fucking bought the scooter, measured it, and then figured out he was 5'7".
Oh.
That should be a crime.
Well, it's one thing to say you're 5'7", or to be 5'7" and say you're like 6 foot. That's one thing. He said he was 6'5".
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
you might want to be within 6 inches of reality.
Dude, sometimes my confidence is 6'5", but I will never be 6'5".
Because all these motherfuckers that do this kind of shit. When I say I'm 6 foot, everybody's like, "Oh, so you're 5'10" then?" Like, no, I'm actually probably closer to 6'1". It's like,
I usually stick right there around 6 foot, 6'1", depending on my shoes or something like that.
Oh, I do. I always measure without shoes. I don't need those fuckers.
Yeah, what I always tell people, I'm like, I probably measure 5'7", but I also slouch like a fucking old ass man, so I look
like
way shorter.
Of Notre Dame.
Dude, seriously, sometimes I'm just slouched forward and I don't think about it, and then I'm like, damn, I look short as hell. Like, let me sit up like a normal person.
I want to start singing Hellfire.
Dude, I could only imagine if I went to like a chiropractor one day and like got straightened out for a second, all of a sudden I'm 6'4", you know, and just didn't realize it.
You'd be like that episode of Family Guy where Peter gets his back all fixed.
Finds his true height.
His true height is like 4 inches taller. It's like, hell yeah.
Have you seen the thing about like when the moon is directly over your head, it makes it like a half inch taller for some reason? It has something to do with gravity, I think.
Sure.
Something to do with gravity. You mean the pull of gravity?
Yeah, that shit.
You also know when astronauts come back to Earth from being in space.
Oh shit, I've heard about this.
Yeah.
Because don't their like, doesn't their spine kind of
decompress,
elongate when they're
You don't have the
pressure. You're not battling gravity. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So wait, I'm like 6'6"
Gravity.
actually.
Dude, I bet that feels amazing. Like, there's got to be a point during your trip that you're just in space and you're like, God, I don't have all this back pain I used to have. This is sweet.
But imagine coming back though, Cole.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. I just wouldn't.
I just don't.
You know how much muscle mass you lose in space?
Don't they have to like actually work out to in order to
Yeah.
like
Basically
not fuck
all day
themselves
long.
up?
Yeah, they
Yep.
have to
Yeah.
work out like 4 or 5 days.
I mean, I
Yeah.
couldn't
4 or 5
imagine
hours a
like,
day, yeah.
dude, if I were an astronaut, I would just work so hard to where I could get up to space and then just get up there and do
Do
nothing.
nothing.
I mean, what's the worst they're gonna do? Send me back down? I still went to space, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing that you can do to take that away from me.
Well, Pugs has his own gravity, so
I don't know, Pugs. They could just launch you into space.
I'd be okay with that.
We're just trebucheting pugs into orbit.
dude, let's fucking make a trebuchet.
You know
Dude,
what?
it's a win-win for me. Are you kidding me?
Honestly, I'm more concerned why that was their chosen method as a trebuchet versus anything else. Like, hey, buddy, I'm gonna be honest. We spent a lot of time figuring out how to do the trebuchet. You're just get in.
What
Just-
was that?
just do it.
What was that one skit in Jackass where they strapped somebody to the rocket and they actually got like really
Johnny
fucking
Knoxville did it. Yeah.
Oh, Johnny Knoxville almost
Yeah,
died.
they also had it. So part of the rocket, instead of actually shooting out of the back, it actually blew out of the side and missed his leg by like 3 or 4 inches.
almost said goodbye to his leg.
Dude, literally, I was watching the video for it and I'm like, holy God.
Like
almost
it's
lost
astonishing those
the
guys don't have
American
more
legend.
permanent damage.
Mhm.
They do.
I said more.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Um,
permanent death being one.
Well, yeah, I think all death is
Permanent
fairly
death.
permanent.
It's just
What?
crazy that they're
Not
alive.
if you're just built different.
Not if you're just a fucking jellyfish.
Look, I don't play by the rules, all right?
I've died 7 times today, guys. It's fine.
What about that one guy that's been hit by like a lightning bolt like 14 times?
Dude, he just gotta
Jeez.
go.
Wish
I
I,
think
could
he
get
actually.
that lucky on the lottery, man. Holy
He's
shit.
just recharging.
Well, the issue though, Pugs, is he didn't die. He just fucking got hit by a lightning bolt and lived 14 plus times. I don't remember specifically what the number is. That would suck.
What was
know what-
the span of time between strikes?
I
Are
mean,
we
what
talking
was,
days, years, or was
he
this
doing
like
what was he doing when he got struck? That's what I
Well,
want to know. Like
I-
all 14
just holding a
times,
very
what was he
large
doing?
pole in the sky during a storm? Nothing
He was
much.
playing golf every time.
He really likes playing with.
Do you think
kites
this actually
and stuff.
conducts lightning?
Record for most times, somebody's been struck by lightning. Oh, I was way off. It was 7 times. Still, a lot.
Literally half.
Just
Yeah.
just a mere half.
I don't know. If
Still,
you
getting
get
hit by
struck
lightning
at
in a-
least once, like just
Yeah.
play the lottery, be done. Like go sit in a bubble, you're done. Like you got the worst probability of something to happen to you. I think it's one of the worst probabilities of any natural thing to happen to you.
Dude, if I got struck by
Yeah.
lightning, I would just lay there. I would never move again. I don't even care if I lived. I would just lay there. I'm not moving. It's the same rule. I have the same rule like with any job that I have or something like that. If they want me to do something like in the winter with the snow or something like that, or move snow or shovel snow, I tell them, it's like, I'm happy to help, but the second that I slip and bust my ass,
I'm done.
I'm not moving the rest of the day. I don't care if it's still snowing. I don't care if it's the first hour of work. I'm not moving
know
the
what,
rest of the
Pugs?
day.
Pugs, you should just tell them, be like, man, I'm gonna be on the longest cases of workers' comp. I'm never coming back to work. I'm just
Well,
gonna be honest with you.
Did you
Right.
see that video of Alvin Kamara breaking that one staff guy's leg when he was
Dude.
It
tackled out of bounds?
dislocated his knee. It
Oh.
wasn't breaking his leg.
No,
Are you?
It
he
did look
reversed-
gnarly though.
he
The reason
reversed
I'm bringing it
the
up is
shape
like
of his
workers'
leg.
comp gotta be hitting there.
Oh, and
Dude,
I guarantee you,
NFL's
the
got so
NFL
much
is
money,
trying to
they might
find
even-
every reason not to pay that guy. I promise you. That cheap ass, like, dude, I hate the
Fuck the
NFL so much.
NFL.
If it weren't for the Lions, and I would never watch football
Speaking of the
because
NFL,
it's no fun to even watch anymore.
dude, Pug. So I was watching this video, and I'm sure Drew knows exactly what I'm talking about. The fines that they give to players are the dumbest things ever. They're so inconsistent. Amon-Ra St. Brown with an illegal, a quote-unquote illegal block that was not a flag, nothing. They made him like over $40,000 for a fine. There was A scuffle. I
Somebody
think it was
threw an actual
between-
punch.
Yeah, I
and
think
you
it was
only
one of
got
the
$5,000.
Packers, maybe. Drew, do you remember?
Wait,
Like, threw a-
sorry, I didn't hear what you said because
I think it was one of the Packers that threw a punch at a player. remember.
I don't know.
It was one of the
maybe.
Packers or maybe one of the Chiefs or something. The dude threw an actual punch and got a
You mean
flag.
during the Chiefs game? Yeah, that
Yeah.
was Pacheco.
Yeah, Pacheco. And he threw an actual punch, got a flag, and they only fined him like $4,000 or $5,000. Like just
Well, even still, the NFL already makes enough money, so they have to fine their players in order. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know they get paid an egregious amount of money, but for instance, that flag against Amon Ra, that was how much he got paid for that game. So basically, he didn't get paid.
He literally
for that
didn't
game.
get a flag. He got no flag. It was just the fine.
It was
those
a
are the things
clean
that
block. It was stupid.
Well, that's the things that really suck is when you do something on the field, doesn't even get a flag. The NFL reviews it after the fact, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, no, you're not allowed to do that." So, yeah.
Yeah, let's
Here's-
look through the whole game film so that we can find a way to take away from you and your family. That's pretty much what they're doing, and I can't stand that kind of thing. It's already hard enough to get ahead in life, and now you finally get a chance to get ahead in life, and all of a sudden, somebody
They
is
literally
like,
talk
"No,
about,
I'm gonna take that."
they talk about all the fines for probably going to the fucking CTE fund that they're gonna have to pay out in 10 years when they find out that every player that's gotten a concussion that's played through it is like owed the lifetime salary.
So, I was able to find a timeline here for you, Colin, for the lightning strike guy.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's from Virginia, which apparently gets 35 to 45 thunderstorms per year. So one of the higher states to get them. He was first hit in 1942, then in 1969, then in 1970, 1972, 1973, 1976, and 1977. His 70s
Those 70s
sucked.
I was
Oh
miserable.
my god.
Man, this guy sounds like a nerd.
Does it say how he got struck? Like, was he actually outside with a giant metal
Yeah,
pole?
he got
it-
struck by lightning.
So it only says 2 of the time specifically what he was doing. And the first one he got hit, he took cover in a fire lookout tower during a thunderstorm. The tower didn't have a lightning rod, and the building caught fire. He headed outside and was struck by lightning. So he went into cover. The cover caught on fire. He left the cover and then got struck.
No, a guy was chasing his ass, bro.
And then the other one was the last one, the very last one he got struck by in 1977. Sullivan was hit while out fishing. The lightning struck his head, set his hair on fire, and the bolt traveled through him and burnt his chest and stomach.
My God, man.
Gosh.
He seems to be some sort of like outdoor ranger too. So not only is he in one of the states that like shut the fuck up. Not only is he in one of the states that like has more lightning storms per year, he also like worked outside for a living. So
I don't know. I feel like he's at fault for both of those.
you think so? Him running away, just getting chased by the
No.
bolt?
To
I
me-
mean,
to
you have
me-
to run out of the burning building.
No, I know, but if there's a thunderstorm and you have choices of where to go,
burning to death, or
and you're
getting hit
like,
by-
hey, let me go to this tall tower so I'm closer to the actual storm and lightning. Like that, I don't see
That's
the
made of
logical
wood.
choice. Yeah, I don't see the right choice there, honestly.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. Usually, you run to cover. That's
Well, that's
just-
what he did. He just
yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm not climbing up a tower to go get cover. I would rather take my chances of sitting under a tree, knowing that there's other taller trees around that lightning is more likely to hit. Honestly.
Yeah, I think you just need to go to the lowest point kind of situation.
Yeah, and
Is what
same
I'm
thing.
supposed to
And
do.
the same thing with the fishing. Hey, there's bad weather. I should probably get out and go somewhere else.
And you don't want to be out in the middle of a lake during a thunder or lightning storm. That is not where you want to be.
Yeah, if it hits
Because you
anyone
are
out
the
there,
highest point.
I'm just gonna have a bad
Dude,
day.
if I saw a thunderstorm, I would run outside with my stainless steel umbrella and just wait.
Dude, when I don't know if you ever had one of these experiences, Judd. I doubt it. I just think my coach was just an awful coach. When I was younger, we were having lacrosse practice. So, mind you, with metal poles that we were waving around, and it was literally thundering and lightning outside, and he did not let us go until like an hour into practice when all the parents started like screaming at him to like let everybody leave. He was like,
Yep.
"Fine, fuck you guys, fine," and it's just like, dude.
I never had that one, but I did have an incident where a coach went off and snapped and kind of hit us all with lacrosse sticks, and that was kind of fun.
You probably
Yeah.
deserved it.
No, it was more the upperclassmen who deserved it because they were probably the worst bunch of kids. They were just disrespectful as all fuck, and they just made them snap.
Got to battle adversity there, buddy.
Man, nah, but I never had that one because that's the rough there sport. You know,
So Fortnite.
So Fortnite, man. I think
So
they're doing it.
Who
yeah.
wants to go first?
Well,
I,
I'm gonna drop
okay.
my hypothesis.
Oh boy.
I
There's
think
Another
gonna
one
be
of his
long.
conspiracy theories.
Shut your fucking mouth, you ragtag piece of shit.
He's just
No.
upset because he's not part of the in crowd right now.
No, but I think that they're going for their Oasis run.
What?
So if anyone's ever read Ready Player One,
No.
I don't read.
or fuck all you boys, I'm the dyslexic one here. I'm the one that's not supposed to read here.
You probably only
Um,
understood half of the story.
No, I understood the story. All right, you
No,
jackass.
he did the audio book. That's weird.
Oh my
No,
god.
I read the book. I read the book and read
Okay.
the audiobook.
Sorry, I'll shut up.
But
Wait, real quick.
so-
I know when Ethan reads, he
Listen.
does that shit the little kids do where they follow with their finger. I know he does it.
have to. I have to. I legit have to. It's because
Accurate.
I'm dyslexic. I fucking have to.
Anyway, sorry, Judd. Go ahead.
But I know there's been a talk about it. There's been like a race with Facebook or Zuckerberg and his metaverse, and Epic Games to make a Oasis style game. And I think I know Epic Games is trying to do their own like separate game, but I think they realized the applications of Fortnite and how many people use it. I think that they're starting to turn Fortnite into their ideal Oasis, I guess.
I mean, they already have literally hundreds of different games within Fortnite. I mean, they're not all of them are quite as like done and polished as literally the BR part of it itself, but they are already kind of going into the what was Ready Player One category of having one game kind of, but with multiple games within it.
Pretty much, man. It's kind of exciting to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
think
I'd-
Facebook will definitely take the VR thing
Yeah.
first place, but Fortnite has it on lock with like, come
Players.
here, play anything.
Yeah.
Because if you actually watched, I don't know, I think it was the trailer they just released with Chapter 5, their new tagline is Find It in Fortnite. Meaning, like, Fortnite is going to become something that you just can do anything within. It's no longer a battle royale.
I mean, how long between now and when they come out with a Fatal Company mod in Fortnite?
Lethal Company.
Lethal.
Why do I keep saying Fatal? Yeah.
Lethal. Hey, Drew.
I don't know.
Honestly,
You tell me, Drew.
I feel like this is a copyright infringement of the current best game in the world, Roblox. Clearly, they're just trying to steal the ideas.
Right.
As if Fortnite didn't steal ideas. Like they literally
They never have.
from the
No,
very
they would
beginning.
never do such a thing. They would
Don't
never.
you
do
dare talk bad about Fortnite like that.
They didn't
But you
steal
don't
it,
care
they
about
just
us
did it
now.
better.
It's not stealing if they did it better. You're right.
I mean,
I'm excited. It's going to be sweet to see where this goes.
Yeah, dude. I'm on the same.
I just hope
How
that
does-
they don't copy the traditional format a lot of. Like I said, like, and I make a joke about Roblox, but like, if they follow the same format, I think it won't be as fun. I think they have to find a really creative way to make the formatting of it fun.
Sure.
I agree. I don't know. One of the things I'm excited for in Fortnite is like they're gonna co-play like a Trader Town. Not Trader Town.
Trouble in
Terror-
Terrorist Town.
Trouble in Terrorist Town.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Trouble in Terrorist Town, or do like prop hunt and see how they do it because
They already have prop hut in Fortnite.
I know, but we haven't played it yet though, and I'm
no,
excited
we
to
have
go
not.
play it.
Yeah, I think the creative modes that they have now are a really good start, but I think they
Mhm.
they can do a lot to expand on it.
Well, it's
Make it
easy
fun.
for them because they can just see what people are playing, what they like, and then develop an even better version.
Exactly.
Or a more simpler version.
Yeah.
Yep, that too.
I mean, hell, me and Colin's been playing the new Lego Fortnite, and it's like I've been calling it the Lego game that I've always wanted as a kid. You know, just a game where I can go build stuff and go fight stuff and be a
you-
Lego guy.
Ethan, are you talking shit about my favorite genre of games? Lego
I'm not
Harry
talking
Potter,
shit.
Lego Star Wars.
I ain't talking
Those were
shit.
the
I ain't talking
those
shit.
those weren't games that I wanted, like that are created now that I wanted as a child. Those were games that I had as a child. All right, those were bangers.
Those were
I'm
a
just
lot
saying.
of fun. Not gonna lie.
Lego
I
Star
am.
Wars. I dedicated way too many hours as a small child, just addicted to
Wasn't
trying
there
to
Lego
100%.
Lord of the Rings, or is that my imagination?
There was. Nope. There
There
was.
was.
There was
They
Lego Lord of the
had a
Rings.
Lego version of damn near every game you could think
Dude,
of for a
I-
while there.
It's so awesome.
Best time to grow up is what it was.
Best time to wear a striped sweater, dude.
True.
Dude, I went. So Celeste and I went out to eat last night, and it appeared to be his grandparents taking out their grandchildren out to eat. Every single one of them had their iPads out with earbuds in, not paying attention to the
I'd be so
grandparents
upset.
at all. I still think we're gonna. I don't want to be like we're the best generation ever kind of people. Only thing I'm gonna say is I think we're gonna be the last generation that like was actually raised in a way that is
Not with
not
technology.
unhealthy.
Oh yeah, my parents, God forbid my grandparents, if I was with them and that, like I pulled an iPad out or something, they would smack the fuck out of me.
Dude, I'm telling you,
Yeah,
if Pugs or I were to see that in public, I'd be like, "All right, bro, you want to smack that iPad out that kid's hands?" Like,
like I felt so bad. It was just the grand.
Your turn, mine.
Dude, it's just one of those things. I would just lean over and say, "Hey, want to see a little kid cry?" like, there's
Pugs would just
almost
walk
nothing I
over.
look more forward to
Pugs
than
would just walk over
ruining
and
a
just hit
child's
a
day.
smack cam, boom, and just crush that thing to the ground. It'd be so funny.
Dude, one of my
Back
favorite
cam.
things, especially like during coaching season or something like that, I'll go up to a kid if we go to do like a scrimmage, or especially when we do our coaches game at the end of the year.
Oh my god.
At
Those
least
are good
once
times.
at least once a game, I'll get ready for like a face off or something like that. I'll be out on the side and I'll be like, "Hey, that's a nice hit. You got a new stick? That's the one that's got Wii in it, right?" And he'll be like, "What?" So I'm like, "Here, just let me see it real quick." And I'll just take it. Whee! You just toss it like 20 yards for no reason right before the face off. Oh, dude.
So funny.
Sc-
They
Dude,
fall for it every single time without
me-
fail.
messing with kids and like ruining their day is one of my favorite pastimes.
It
And
I
is
can
what
watch
we
kids fall
call
off the
a
bikes all
pleasure.
day. All day.
dude, I mean, on top of all that too, I want to be a teacher of all things. You know how fucked up that mindset is?
It's just extra fun.
So
I want to
rude.
train the youth of the world for the future, but I also want to make sure they know the world sucks.
Hey, you're just toughing them
Hey,
up.
that's just
you
the
know?
best kind of teacher right there.
Right.
You just show them the reality of things.
Oh yeah, dude.
Hey kids, things are fun and cool, but also like sometimes stuff sucks. So
Oh yeah, it
figure it
is what it
out.
is. That's
It
gonna be
is what it is.
Right on the
that'll be
board.
that'll be
Do
my
what it
slogan on the
It
board
is.
forever. It is what it is. Someone comes up to me, he's like, "Yeah, I mean this and that, and like I couldn't do my homework or my dog ate it." I was like, "Well, it is what it is."
It is what it is. I
Like,
guess that's
can I
zero. I
turn
don't
it
tell
in?
you.
Can I turn it in for like half credit or something like that? I'm like,
Okay.
it is what it is, man. Like,
It
I
is what it is.
was like, look, man. Honestly, none of this stuff that you learn here you're hardly going to use half of the stuff that you actually learn here
That's fair.
in actual working life, unless you are specialized in that area. So, I mean, honestly, school in general is kind of bullshit for the most part, especially high school. High school does almost nothing for you.
Yeah. I think it got better for me when I got to college because honestly, in high school, I was a terrible student and I really didn't care about certain classes. And
Yeah.
it took until I got to college to be like, huh, I'm actually like okay at some of this stuff. I should try.
To have the best roommate ever.
Yeah, it couldn't be him.
Couldn't be him.
True.
Yeah.
You're
Not
right, it
his
was
fucking
Spencer.
roommates. Are you kidding me?
Did you hear what I
Yeah.
said, Cole?
It could be worse, Drew. Could be worse. Could have had. I honestly could have had a lot worse roommates, so I'm glad I didn't.
Yep.
I don't know how I got so lucky with the roommates I did have when I was at Eastern either. And the thing is, you knew it was kind of meant to be too, because when we all signed up for like our classes and our rooming and stuff like that, my roommate Brian was the first one to sign up for his room. And then Quinn signed up for his, and then I signed up for mine like literally the week before the semester started. Like the week before I had to go and leave for band camp and everything for Eastern's marching band.
Nerd.
Sure.
Nerd.
But I get done we get like a week or two into the semester and stuff like that, and we start talking about it. I was like, yeah, I did all my room stuff like a week before we started. I was like, and then Quinn's like, yeah, I signed up for mine like 2 days before you did. So it was one of those things where it was like the perfect people in the perfect place. Like Brian would be the one that's like scheduled. Me, I'm the one that just kind of flies by it. Quinn, I mean, he didn't really care at that point. I guess you could say. He was just kind of rolling with it. Man, I couldn't have been happier about it. We did so much crazy shit.
I think the matching system works better, and now there's just a bunch of weirdos rooming together.
Yeah, I think that's
That's
how
why
it ended
people
up for
have
us.
decent roommates now.
Why is it?
The new, because now, like, you do that portal like survey or
Oh,
whatever,
yeah.
and then they
Oh,
like,
yeah,
so that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. You're all like, I think we had decent roommates. It's because there's just a bunch of like weirdos on one floor that don't know how to interact with each
Yeah.
other. All the people that didn't match with another general person.
No, I think we got lucky because we had found people that we kind of like. We ended up finding a group, and we got pretty lucky. I think with like how we were with Drew,
Yeah.
because I think we kind of did the survey thing, but you still have free reign to kind of just pick a room. But I don't think so. I think the freshman year not so much. I think that's kind of random now, but for the most part, it was pretty good.
Anything new on Fortnite?
Yeah, they just talked about it,
We
bruh.
just said it.
He said like 2 things. Was there anything else?
I mean,
I
there
mean-
wasn't a ton to talk about. I mean, like, there is. It's just they're upgrading everything and they're making everything better. They're upgrading their systems, graphics, movements.
Well,
People
I
were
mean,
more
bitching about the
games.
movement,
who
even though the
Well,
movement
people
isn't.
who are bitching about the movement can't play games. Is what it is.
Well,
it's-
no, they were convinced that you run/walk slower now, and they don't.
Which
It just
is
is a different
proving you
animation.
They did end up firing the guy in charge of the animation for movement, though. That was an actual thing. They ended up firing that guy.
That's funny.
Imagine that. It's almost like what they did with like that Sonic the Hedgehog movie in a sense, where they bullied the producers into making the right looking
Fixed
one.
it. It
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, but it's like that's pretty much what happened. There were so many people just complaining about something that literally did not change anything in gameplay,
Yeah.
and lost the guy his job. That's so messed up, but
Jeez.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Pugs
Fair
is
enough.
fully for bullying people until they get fired.
I'm
You heard it
all
here
for
first.
bullying people up until like just before they would get fired. It's
Yes,
enough
but
to
they're
like it's enough to like give them a good scare and like say, okay, I know what not to do now. But to lose your job over something so minuscule like that, where it literally does not affect any change whatsoever, it makes no
Yeah.
sense to me. I think people are just over dramatic.
What
People suck.
modes has everyone played?
What?
What modes has everyone played?
I haven't gotten that at all.
Very small amount of the Lego, the normal BR, and that's about it.
Yeah. I
Well,
haven't
normal
really played any
BR
of those
or
yet.
no zero build BR.
Zero build. I don't
Oh,
play.
zero build.
God.
See,
I wanna-
that's zero. It's not normal. That's zero. Get it right.
Zero build is normal to us, all right?
Well, it is
It
to
very
us.
much
It
is.
is to us, but to the Minecraft community.
No, to the Minecraft.
Minecraft
Fortnite, the Fortnite community.
Well, I'm so dumb right now.
If you play with building, you are literally the sweatiest human being. We all have like we're grown adults with jobs. Like I don't have that kind of time to dedicate to like
So
learning how to build an entire tower in about 3/4 of a second. That it's just not
I will
realistic.
say this. I will say this. Colin and I did an experiment. It wasn't. It was like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. Colin, I think both of us got into build because we were curious since it had been
Ah,
so
that's right.
long
Yep.
since we'd been in it. We were wondering if it would give us a different MMR. You know, like matchmaking.
Yeah.
Nope.
And
Got
because
it
of
with the
that,
sweats.
no, it did. We won, I think, 2 games in a row right away.
Yep.
And then you
It
got
wasn't
sweaty
that bad,
and whatever.
but I think the issue was we got first, second, and then after we played like 4 or 5 games, then it started putting us into the sweaty lobbies because they're like, oh my god, these guys are getting 15 kills every time, or like double-digit kills. And we're like, shit. So we're like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back to no build for like 2 months, and then we're gonna come back and do this again.
It's really fun to win 4 games in a row, but as soon as it gets sweaty in the lobby, I'm done.
Get out,
Yeah.
get out, get out now. Get out now.
Dude,
Get
when
out
I'm
now.
when I'm playing a game and all of a sudden I smell my laptop just getting musty, bro. Like I'm not okay with it anymore. Yeah.
And you hear the fans are turning. It's a rough day.
Fucking
Yeah,
A,
honestly,
man.
if there was proximity chat in Fortnite, I'm pretty
Oh
sure
my
I would
God.
hear
saying
the most ridiculous thing.
Dog,
Ever.
you guys would probably get banned from Fortnite within 2 seconds.
No, I would probably just hear like kids like screaming out memes and like having soundboards, and I would probably hear it from a distance, and I would just be like, you know what, guys, we just gotta go the other way.
No, we
Anywhere
gotta bully this child and start sending slurs in their direction.
Yeah, sure, Drew.
Drew's definitely
Sure.
the type of guy to get kicked off for proximity for saying the N-word. 100%.
Never
like-
once, actually.
Drew just goes, "Why did I get banned? I said GG like 4 times over." And it's like, well, what were the other letters around the GG? He's like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't
Can
worry
you
about it.
imagine Fortnite proximity bans? Like you mentioned a firearm.
Oh my
It's
god.
it's Fortnite. We
Yeah,
don't
you're
allow
u-
guns.
We're
How do you
killing
even
people
have
with guns.
they're
I
not
couldn't
kills, they're
imagine
eliminations.
just one F-bomb, all of a sudden you're at the loading
God.
screen. It's like, damn it.
Well, it's like that new game, The Finals,
Just-
when you
They put you in a new account creation screen.
Oh my god. Yeah, just create your new one. Like,
Why did I get
that is-
banned? You said the fuck word, idiot.
Colin, that to me is the equivalent of like when you play D&D and your character dies and they just slide like a new character sheet. They're like, just take it. Just
Here you go.
take a new
bud.
one. Don't even. You have no
I think
chance.
you're gonna need this.
Dude, I want to learn how to play D&D so bad, but it's just...
We played once
you
with you.
haven't played? What?
We played for 2
Yeah.
weeks and nobody told me
Yeah.
what was happening.
That's the
So,
best
Colin,
part.
Nobody
You
told
just
me
go
what was
for
happening.
it.
But the
So,
thing
Colin,
with you
you
was you
never
were like,
know
I
what's
walked
happening.
5 steps forward. That was like what you were saying. You didn't do anything creative.
Yeah, literally the
I
worst
didn't
part
try
of
to
it
do
is
anything creative. I didn't know what I could do. I tried to
could
do
you
fun
could-
stuff.
You
Dude,
could
no,
do
you could do
anything,
whatever the fuck
Pugs.
you want,
True,
but then
to
the
defend-
DM will just
to defend Pugs' point, we did also have it where nobody wanted to go first on anything. And I think you and I had tried to do a lot of stuff and we were like, all right, guys. And then people would just be like, all right, we follow them. Like, what do you want us to do? Like, you
So-
guys got to do your own thing. Like, you guys got to figure it out.
So Pugs, it's almost entirely imagination based. Like for instance, our very first playthrough. So it was me, Cole, Colin, Macy, and Nick. I was a rogue, and I knew a couple of spells because I was like a level 1 rogue or whatever. And one of my spells was literally to make 4 or 5 light orbs just to like illuminate a room. That's what the spell is meant for. But we got to the big bad's room, and we were trying to figure out information about the big bad before we like rushed into it. So what I did was I used 5 of those orbs to make I asked the DM if I could do this to kind of make a humanoid looking glowing thing, and I think somebody else was doing
was
the
Colin.
voiceover
Colin did a
for
voice.
yeah, we were doing had
It was-
Colin do the voiceover for like trying like it was like a really deep sinister
It was
voice.
basically for intimidation, yeah.
And yeah, we're trying to like just figure out some more about it. Eventually, the big bad kind of realized what was going on. But either way, like that's just kind of like the tip of the iceberg there. Just like anything you fucking want to do, as
Yeah.
long as it's feasible enough for your character, like you don't have to hit a nat 20. Even that one, hitting a nat 20. I mean, if you have a 5% chance to do something, just because why the fuck not? Do it.
Mhm.
Why not?
Yeah, try stuff just because you can.
I'm gonna remember that, and you guys are never gonna want to play with me again. I
That's
promise.
No,
fine.
literally, if you just start asking, like, all right, hey, I'm gonna try to do this, and the DM's like, all right, like, just start doing wild stuff.
And if
I
he
mean,
sighs, it means you're doing the right thing.
yeah, like stuff like we had one, we were fighting a creature inside of a greenhouse, and I was like, all right, sweet, I'm gonna slide under the monster, and I had a thunder blast, and basically it just pushes the character back 15 units, whatever you want units, and I literally just like launched that thing into the fucking air just because
Yep.
you could. Like I think it was Drew. Were you the one that got like whipped out of the
Yeah.
top of the window? Like the
I did.
character, the monster literally grabbed Drew and threw him out of the fuccking window, like 20 feet above this
Yeah.
greenhouse, and it's just like it's nuts. Like we just get to have fun stuff that we get to make up. So
And we fucking had a fucking in that other fight I was
You had
talking
a
about
fucking
earlier.
damn.
Yeah, I know, right?
no,
We had a fishbowl. Don't ask me why we had a fishbowl. We had a
Yes.
fishbowl.
oh my god,
And we got like, so the thing that was the final boss was like this pile of rocks that was being possessed by some spirit or something. And after we destroyed the pile of rocks, the spirit was trying to possess one of us, and I don't know who it was.
we rolled. All of us rolled like
So
so
many
good
times.
that he could never possess any of us.
And eventually we tried to catch him in the fishbowl because it was like this
And
little
we did,
floating light.
Because I think Colin caught him and I did mend, and we just closed him into this like
Yep.
little glass orb.
Macy was pissed.
He was like, I
He
had
this
this
whole
long
battle.
And we just kept rolling like 18s plus. It was so funny. I miss that. I know I didn't play too many times, but I think it's gonna be a long time before I play a D&D game. I had as much fun with that one, and that was my very first one.
I think it
was
helped. Like, and this is our kudos to Macy. Like, with him being as creative as he was, he provided
Oh,
like
yeah.
a lot of drawings to stuff, and I think he had a lot of creativity to kind of what he picked, and I think it was really appropriate for what we were doing. You know,
Yeah.
I think that was the
So,
coolest part.
back on to the subjects that we have in our topics today. The Lions. They're playing
win
the
in the Super
Bears.
Bowl.
Burst.
You be
How do you feel
talking
about-
shit about the Lions, or we're gonna fight, Drew.
I did not say a word yet. The only thing I was going to ask is how do
Drew
you
is
feel
only
about them?
proud. Drew
How
is
do you
only
feel
proud
about
of
them giving the Bears even a 38% chance to win this game?
Well, I feel just fine about it. It should be
yeah.
a weather game, which will be
Historically-
interesting.
It's
Yeah,
at the Bears.
historically, though,
Yeah.
I think historically, really, the Bears don't do that great at home. They do okay, but I think they tend to do like the Lions. They kind of tend to do better on away games.
For some
You know?
reason.
I don't know why, but
It's
that's
the
where
weirdest thing. The Lions can win away, but when it comes to them being at home, nope, we're gonna lose. The good old fashioned Lion spirit.
The thing is, if it does end up being a weather game where there's a lot of snow, that means there's going to be a lot of rushing game involved. And there's only 3 people in this game that are going to be well-known rushers, and that is
Rusher.
Justin Fields,
Yep.
David Montgomery, and Jameer
Yep.
Gibbs. You might snag Jamison Williams in if you do like a jet sweep or
sweep.
something like
He's
that.
just
You
so
get him involved into the game, but if it does end up becoming a weather game, it's going to be very run heavy, and that's where Detroit will end up pulling away. That, I mean, you compare the lines against the offensive lines against each other. It's not really a matchup at that point.
Hey,
If
Puds, all I'm
it
saying,
does
though,
happen to be a normal game, though, I still don't think it'll be a problem.
that's
No.
not even the game that I'm worried about right now. Honestly,
Oh.
I need the Cowboys to win today because
Why?
it'll knock the Eagles down to 10-3. The
Oh.
Lions win today, they will be 10-3. That would be amazing. Also, I did look; I was right. So, Lions are 5-1 on away games. Bears are only 2 for 3 at home. So, it's a tougher.
They're also
uphill
really
battle
bad.
Yeah, that's fair.
Says
the guy who drafted Justin Fields. That sucks.
They're playing the Giants, and actually, I do have CJ Stroud on my bench, but that's because he's actually playing a good defense, and the Packers are not playing a good defense. So that was my
CJ
reasoning.
Stroud's playing who?
CJ Stroud, I want to say he's playing the Jets, and the Jets defense is their one thing about the Jets that is actually okay. Um,
It's gonna be wild with Tank.
yeah,
Dell
he's
down,
playing the
too.
Jets. Yep. Yeah, Tank Dell's out too, so that's the other thing.
Which that's a travesty, man. That
Yeah.
what was it? Fibula? Is that what it was?
And besides, I don't think I need to worry about it that much anyway. I got Alvin Kamara, A Chain, Tyreek Hill, AJ Brown, Debo Samuel. I think I'll be okay.
I don't know. I think I have a pretty nuts team, dude.
No, you do, man. But did you see that? Well, I guess I sent you. Last week, I scored
Oh my God.
202 points.
Against the guy who scored like 90 or
Well,
60
of course,
or
the week I
something.
have to play that well. I'm against. Well, last week I was
Over
against
the
one of the
dude who's
teams that was
nuts, bro.
eliminated, and
Yeah.
this week I'm against one of the teams that's eliminated.
Jesus.
Yeah, I need to pull out a win this week in our D-Gen league. I got off to a good start because I ended up I put Zeke in, man. I put Zeke in at a flex, and he did some good work for me.
I heard.
Man,
I heard.
yeah. I mean, he put up 27 points. That's for him. That's awesome. But that was also because I paid attention. I knew the one running back was going to be out too.
Mhm.
I just
Well,
didn't. I didn't put him in one of my other leagues though, which I kind of regretted. But
You
is
still
what
have
it
an
is.
equal chance of getting into the playoffs, and now we're the one you're in with me, Pugs, as Brock.
Dude, I'm having such a
Well,
good
the
time.
thing is,
I made the playoffs in both already, so it doesn't. I don't even care.
even if I do, even if Brock and I both win this week, I mean, I won both games against him, so we should have the tiebreaker there,
Against
Yeah.
Brock.
unless they go by like
They,
points
they
for
go
or
they go
something
by
like that.
they go by the
That's so
if you're going
stupid.
against Kyle, you're gonna have if you have more points for you get it.
Right. I'm
But
talking about in
he
the duo league.
Oh yeah, the duo league. Let me see.
The duo league,
7
I
and
think they
6.
might go by points for as well, but even so,
You
we
have more
beat
than
Brock twice this year, which means that we should have the tiebreaker technically against him.
yeah.
Even if we do both win or both lose, whatever the case.
League home.
But one thing I want to talk about, which I know you guys probably don't want to, but it's fine. I don't really care. Packers are making the playoffs. I don't care what you say at this point. They are 6-6 in their last games of
And
the
they'll
year.
lose in the first round like they do every year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same thing with the Lions. Guarantee it. Unless they put, well, actually, depending on how good of a seed you guys get.
You guys lost in the first round with the 1 seed. What is your point?
With the one? No, we didn't. We lost in the second round because we got a bye week.
Ah, so you
You
lost
mean
an
your first
easy
game? Yeah, you just lost your first game.
Yeah, you got to be technical about it.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, bro.
I mean, I don't
Listen,
care.
Drew.
This year, I didn't even think they were making the
Shit,
playoffs.
you're a Green Bay Packers fan because it bugs me that you're not rooting for your home team. All right?
You do realize that my home team is irrelevant compared to how I was raised, right?
I don't care.
It wasn't like I picked the Packers. It was more like I was
You
raised
picked
as a
them.
Packer.
You picked them.
I don't know.
You're-
It kind of sounds like Nazi propaganda to me.
Oh my god! How many Super Bowls do you guys have?
More than you.
Oh, is this what we're going for right now? Is this where you're going?
Super Bowls you have? How many
Super Bowls have you guys had handed to you? That's what I want to know. You guys had the first one where there was literally like Lil Jimmy from down the street playing.
It was the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Packers. Then the next year, I think it was the Giants, and both those we won. So Super Bowls 1 and 2. And then we had like a 50-year drought, and then Brett Favre won.
Oh, imagine that! You won
And
the
then-
first 2 years where nobody knew what they were doing, and then you lost for 50 years. Like that, I mean, go figure.
All these other states out here think, oh yeah, we go hard if we win this. No, everyone fucking knows if Detroit wins the Super Bowl, Michigan will fucking riot and take over the United States of America.
Oh, dude, you thought
Everybody fucking knows.
You thought Philly winning that Super Bowl was crazy, the way they did their town. You don't even look. It'll be. I'm not even gonna make that joke right now. Actually,
Detroit
I
will-
caught
Do you
myself.
know why
I like-
nothing will change in Green Bay is because it's just it's Titletown. We're just used to it. You got to act like you've been there before.
No, that's because people in Wisconsin don't really give a fuck about anything.
No,
There's
they
a
drink a
Their team's
lot.
drinking.
They drink a
That's
lot.
the worst thing to say about getting a Super Bowl. Like we've been, fuck that. It's a Super Bowl, you bastard. Either you rep your team or you just don't care.
Oh, they rep their teams.
Fucking
it's just
cheeseheads.
oh my god. All
So,
you guys unoriginal
really
wearing
quick,
fucking cheese grater heads
because
around.
that's really funny. Is the top 5 drunkest counties
All
are all in Wisconsin.
Yep. All of them.
One of them,
It-
one of them that has the heaviest, almost 30% of adults binge drink or heavy drink.
You know, it's funny too when you look at that map too. There's one area that's like white, and you're like, oh, there's that one county that's fine. It's like, nope, that is a lake.
Yeah, nobody lives there.
Nobody lives there. That is a small inland lake.
That is really. I know what you're talking about because I saw it and I'm like, this is fine. There's only like 5 or 6 of them. Maybe it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them that aren't in Wisconsin. The rest are all Wisconsin. Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, yeah, I mean, the NFL is one thing, but the one thing that's kind of crazy to me is how the college playoff turned out. I feel for FSU so bad right now.
Oh man,
Okay.
that's.
I
Tough.
mean, how you get put behind 2 teams with 1 loss, and you're one of 3 teams in the nation with no losses, and on top of that, you're a Power 5 conference champion, and the only knock that people have is that your quarterback's out. I don't get it. I mean, their
But they still
defense won the
won.
last few
They
games
still
too.
didn't
Why are we
lose.
knocking their defense?
Yeah.
I was on the
They're-
phone. What was that? What are you guys talking about?
Florida State
The
getting
college
snubbed.
playoff. FSU getting absolutely just
Shafted.
dog. I mean, I don't even care. They probably would lose to Michigan by 30, but that's
Well,
besides anything.
Well, here's the thing. So, if they're gonna put in a team that is the most deserving, which I think is what they've historically done, it should have been FSU, no question. But since they seem to be more putting more stock into who is the best teams, then I can understand why they didn't put FSU in. But then if that's the case,
Then Georgia should have been in there too.
should have been ahead. So I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Honestly, if we're going off of like the best teams available, it should have been U of M, Washington, Alabama, and Georgia.
Yeah.
Not in that particular order, probably, but still, like losing 1 game to Alabama, who ends up being in the playoffs now, shouldn't knock you back 5, 6 spots.
And Alabama was 1 throw away from not even being considered. 1 throw.
Yeah.
If they
And
would have
Georgia
lost
was
to
1
Auburn,
kick away. And Georgia
if they
was
would have
1
lost
kick
to,
away. I mean,
well,
they would have tied the game.
I know that, but like, so the game before Georgia, they played Auburn, Alabama did,
Yeah,
and they won on a Hail Mary pass at the end of the game. If they wouldn't have made that pass, still went to the SEC championship and beat Georgia, it would have.
gone.
FSU probably would have been in the playoff. Neither of
For
those
sure.
teams would have went. It would be
Hey.
FSU, Washington, Michigan, and Texas.
Yeah,
And there would be nobody bitching.
I don't think they consider like, and I even said this about Georgia. It's like they don't even consider these weak games that they like barely won against bad opponents. You know, as like setbacks because they should.
I'm still pissed about it. I think I just need next year to be now so that they can just have that like what is it 10-team playoff because it'd be
I think they're going to
2 bye weeks.
12.
Was
I
it
want to say
12?
they're going to 12.
I think it's 12, and then they do 2 teams.
And you
get a
got like
bye.
the top 2 seeds will be a bye, more than likely. Yeah. Well, would that work?
I think it'd be better. I think it's better. But they've also proposed that they do it with conference champions. So if you're like, so if you're the SEC champion, you get to go in, and then blah 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 blah, and then with all the conferences, then you get like 2 overall best, like 2 additional.
And then you don't have to worry about any of the Power 5 champions not getting in, because like even if you're still not like the best, like there's 12 teams going in, you're gonna get there, even if you're the 12 seed. Like
you still have a chance. You can still
Well, you
play.
gotta
And you're
think
not playing
they're also going to be going down to 4 power conferences essentially next year too, with Pac-12 leaving this year.
Yeah, but if that's the case, and you get 4 conference champions, and then now you have free reign for 8 best teams to go be put in there.
Honestly, if you do a 12-man playoff and you got 4 power leagues, you just take the champion of each one of those leagues and that's your seed. Like those are your first week buys or whatever, and then you get back into the tournament.
Yeah, and then the rest are like I said, the rest are other highly ranked or
right.
high skilled teams.
But
like, yep, this would be interesting.
I know we've only talked about the new revised form of the playoff for next year in like a sense that it's gonna like solve all these problems. But
It
I tell
won't.
you what, I mean, it will
It's still
solve
gonna
a lot
cause
of.
the same problem.
Well,
They're just gonna
it
be
won't be as bad. It will not be as bad. I promise.
It still will for them.
Oh my god! But either way, I'm still so excited for it. Not because I think MSU has a chance in hell anytime soon of getting into it,
But more
but just
football.
because it's going to be so much more exciting. It's going to be so. Could you imagine the amount of more upsets are going to happen?
I still
And
hate college sports. I absolutely
I
hate
prefer
those.
them over. I prefer them over NFL. What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude,
I
I
have to
mean,
agree with that. I
you
prefer mobile
mean?
NFL.
The fuck you mean?
college sports just don't hit the same for me anymore, man. I mean, yeah, the
Well, the same way
the
Christmas doesn't.
atmosphere is definitely next level in college
You know what?
sports.
You know
Like
what,
there are
Pugs, I
more
think
professional teams that need that kind of atmosphere,
you know what,
but
Pugs, I think Drew's got a point there. He said college sports don't hit like Christmas, doesn't hit anymore. He's absolutely right. I think
It's just
that's
nothing as exciting as it used to be, Pugs. It's because we're adults now and everything's gray.
yeah.
no, it's
I think
because you're not allowed to do anything, either that or it's fucking overpowered one way or the other half the time
Well,
anymore. Not
for
never any
pugs
fun
at
to
all
watch.
ages, everything has been gray.
I think the only professional sport
You know,
that I
I'll
get
give you
excited
that
to
one.
watch these days. On a real
So
note, though, I think the only professional sport that I get excited to watch these days is
I swear to
lacrosse.
God.
I don't care.
Bowling.
That's because it
No.
hasn't been tainted yet, because it's not popular yet. Well, the second it gets popular, like
Bro, I
super
can't wait for
popular.
bowling to come back and be popular again.
Dude, bowling is honestly one of the sickest sports ever.
Do you know what the? Because obviously you guys know what the number one most popular sport in the world is. Do you guys know what the number two most popular sport in the world is?
Cricket.
It's fucking cricket. Fucking
Dude.
cricket.
It's in
I
India,
was gonna guess that it was
in
eating yours.
Pakistan, a lot of the
mom's
Middle
hot beef
Eastern countries
sandwiches.
that play it, they go nuts for it. It is like every year that like I was watching this. India versus Pakistan is like their Super Bowl of cricket. It is nuts. If you've ever seen any videos, because I happen to stumble upon one, people will drop a life savings amount of money for them to go watch that game. It is
Yeah.
insane.
Cole, why do I feel like you're one of those people who dropped their life savings to go see them?
No, the only time that I would ever drop a stupid amount of money to go see something
Lions Super
is
Bowl, baby.
that's not me. If the U.S. soccer team ever went to the World Cup, like to the final, I would probably drop a lot of money to go see them.
That would make, because that would never happen again. That's why.
Exactly. They would never go again, and I know that would be the most electric crowd because the U.S. I think as soccer is growing, people are getting like more and more into it, like they are obviously already with football and basketball and baseball. But it is growing, and I think if they were to ever go, that crowd would be
Dude,
electric.
soccer fans are so much fun though. Like I'll see
Dude, the
clips all the
chants are
time
so
of
fun, dude.
people. Yeah, the chants, the songs that
The
they make
culture,
up and shit.
the culture that is
Dude,
bred with soccer fans is so
Yeah,
different
like
than
it's
what we
okay to
have
go to a
here.
game and wear a scarf. I mean, where else can you do that in the U.S.?
Anywhere you want, honestly.
Oh my god, dude! I love soccer fans, man. They do it right because they're just having a good time. Like, yeah, kick the ball. Like
Dude,
it's
it could be
almost
boring.
as
It
good
could be
as
boring
NASCAR, man.
for 40 straight minutes, but that one moment that dude rocks a shot and scores, everyone goes absolutely bonkers. Because you might only get 3 goals in a game. You might only get 2. And people will go nuts for that one goal. It is insane.
Yeah, I
So
mean, sometimes they won't even score a goal, but if it's for like league play and stuff like that, if it's for certain
It's points,
points,
man.
like,
Points are points.
dude,
Yeah,
everybody's
people go
winning.
nuts. People go nuts.
so you know how Ann Arbor, a Michigan stadium is like the biggest stadium in the U.S., 107,000+ seats. Like it's huge. It's like the biggest stadium in the U.S., right?
It's the big
Scared.
house.
Yep. I'll give you the biggest. So that's number 3 on in the world of biggest stadiums. The number 1 stadium, 132,000 people. It's in India, and it's for cricket, like you said.
Dude, I told
Jesus.
you, it's nuts.
Yeah, India is rabid for cricket, apparently. 132,000. Now, granted, India is a really, really, really populated country, but still.
Well, I mean, cricket's like one of the few things that they have
Oh
over
my
there, man.
god, Drew. Did you
What?
see the number 2?
Yeah, 115,000 Pyongyang, North Korea.
North Korea, baby. They got one thing on the map. And then the next like 8 are all the US.
Yeah, they're all US. Except for the last one, which is
And then
Melbourne,
Australia. Yeah, that's
Australia.
the cricket grounds.
Also for cricket
More
and
cricket,
Australian
yay.
rules football, which whatever the fuck that is. Oh wait, that's rugby, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Footy. Come on, footy. That's pretty good.
Well, any last comments?
I was at the grocery store the other day.
No.
We still gotta talk about our Spotify wrap ups, Colin.
We'll do it next week.
No, we still got 4 minutes.
All
What
right.
do you mean,
Everyone
no?
takes
We got
1
as
minute.
much
Go.
time as we want.
Okay,
Come
okay.
on.
So, as much as I love my girlfriend, she fucked with my Spotify Wrapped, and my number one artist this year, Taylor fucking Swift. Pissed.
That
Ah,
sucks for you, Brad.
You don't have
sounds
to
like
lie
an
to us.
excuse.
You don't.
Oh, we
Hey,
want to go over our top 5 artists or something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
If we got time for
Let me
that.
hear, buddy.
We could just
I think
listen.
I think we just talk about our top artist. I think that's
Okay.
good.
Well,
That's fine.
yeah, okay.
Well, my top artist is easy.
What was yours, Bugs?
It's a band that almost nobody else knows either. Streetlight Manifesto.
Yay!
Yeah.
They made it to the top of the list. Yep.
Yeah. Pugs and I went to their concert last year, and I got the flu. He got the flu. It was great.
Adam was miserable.
Adam had a terrible time, but
That's fine.
that was a risk I was willing to take.
It was worth getting the flu for. It was an incredible concert.
Dude, it was so much fun. Dude, we were just talking about it yesterday, matter of fact. Because I was talking with like Jason and all of them too. And I was like, yeah, we got pulled into the mosh and everything like that. Me and Cole ended up like in the front.
Second row.
At one point, all of a sudden, we look back and Jason was crowd surfing. He was just up in the air somewhere. And we kept like having to like guide and toss people over top of us.
Dude,
because they were crowd surfing.
So for the rest of the guys, they have a thing called the Streetlight Smash. So basically, everyone kind of
Streetlight Crush, brother.
Yeah, crush. Yeah, they crush each other like sardines. But there are parts in the crowd where people literally, without consent, will pick you up and then they crowd surf you to the front. It is the funniest thing because we at one point kind of turned around and you could just see some dude getting picked up, and he's like, ah, "What?" the hell?" Like freaking out, and they're just carrying him, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And then they brought him.
Has to be here.
There was no consent to that, but it was
Dude,
awesome.
I'm telling you, if we could have found a way to like get Adam up in the air, that would have been the funniest shit ever.
Adam
It would have been funny, but he would have hated you guys the rest of your life.
And that is a risk I'm willing to take.
Some of you may die. And that's
It is a calculated risk, all right?
Exactly.
If he wasn't hiding in the back from us, then we would have been. We definitely could have done it.
Exactly.
Poor guy.
So let's move to. We got 2 minutes. Ethan, top artist.
Well, you already know my top artist is Quinn 92. I mean,
Yeah,
that's my dog right there. But my second artist,
No.
Stage,
No.
baby.
No.
It's a
You
state
only
champs
get one
household.
top one. No,
I
you
don't give a shit. I don't
cheated.
give a
He
shit.
cheated me out of my top one. My top was state champs. Got to
already
see
knew it was
them
state
this
champs.
year. I knew it. I wasn't even close. Colin, what was your top artist, buddy?
Well, my top artist
could
has
have
been
been
the
close,
same
Cole.
for about the past 4 or 5 years. Top 3% of
The
listeners.
Wiggles.
Yeah.
Got him.
Top
Nope.
3%. That's it.
Shine down.
Oh,
Shine
there we
down,
go.
that's
That's
a
a good
good
one.
one.
Very
Yep.
good. I think I hit top 0.05% of listeners for mine. I hit, like, a
Jeez.
stupid high percentage. What you get?
Well, mine was also top 3% of the #1 rock band in the world. So
That's fair. They have been a very popular band for a while. And
yes.
wait, really quick. I know we only got like a minute, but like Pug sent me the lineup for that big concert they're doing with like all those bands. Did you see that, Colin?
Sonic Temple.
Which yes, that one is
Yeah.
huge.
Dude, they
Dude,
have like
there
it's
were
like 4 days, but it's like
13.
every major rock band.
Yes.
Dude, it is gonna be nuts. We have to look into that because I think
I
that'd be
counted
super
up 13 different bands that I would want to make an effort to
It's
see
about
there.
to be nuttier than a nutter butter, dude.
We are actually gonna try to go to that Upheaval in Grand Rapids next
Oh,
summer. If
I
you
heard
guys
about that
want
one.
to think
Yeah.
about that too, we
You
could get a big group
about
going.
that? Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
That would
that'd be
sweet,
nice.
for sure.
All right, Drew.
I already said what mine was.
Did
Drew,
you?
what was your real top artist? What do you
So-
think? the
Oh,
real-
that's right. That's right. Okay.
I do need to make this clear. I listen to more like just random
Random sounds, like white
no,
noise.
no, shut the fuck up.
like
You listen to
Gregorian
fucking
chanting
Yoko
or...
No, like the
Ono or something
Spotify
like
made
that.
playlists and stuff. So I don't really listen to
Okay.
specific artists very often. But apparently, my second top artist was Jake Daniels. If any of you know who that is.
Nope.
I'm gonna
Mm-mm.
put Google search.
Yeah,
Who the hell is this guy?
and then NF, which NF makes sense for me.
The soccer player
Uh,
Jake
you-
Daniels.
Not the soccer player.
His solo
Wait.
album.
Wait a minute, so what's NF real quick, just for the ignorant?
Rapper. He's the one that sang. 1 second.
He sang the song with Logic. I don't know.
I'll play a song for you really quick of him that you'll know
You-
instantaneously.
Wait. We're not trademarked.
Fucking do it.
Wait.
Don't worry about it.
Wait. We're
Alan
also
can bleep all of this out.
Just the end of the episode. Just
God damn it, Drew.
Oh,
you
this guy.
We're
Aw,
done.
now we're demonetized.
Oh
Great.
no, not the demonetization. Oh god.
It's all your fault.
And actually, you can listen to just a little bit. That's the rule.
Yeah, you just can't you definitely
But
can't market it.
It was
and you can't
that
play the whole
song. It was
thing.
that guy.
So-
All right.
So I'm very confused, Drew. Who is this guy? This Jake Daniels. He considers
Literally, I
himself
think-
to be a dark pop and alternative artist.
What
Yeah,
the
so-
heck is dark pop?
I'm confused.
So I'll be
He
honest with
made
you.
that up.
I'll be honest with you. I'm as confused as you.
Totally
I didn't know who he was until he came up on my top artists. I think for whatever reason, the playlist that I have Spotify just do for me. He just is in a lot of them, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Guess my top artist is this guy I've never heard of.
Dude, it's how she goes, eh?
Yeah, I mean, I used to listen to a lot of specific artists. Like when I was going through my sad phase in college, I listened to a
Emo
lot of
phase.
NF
Not
and
phase.
X. I listened to a lot of X for
It's
a
not
while.
phase, Drew.
It's not a
It's a
phase.
lifestyle.
It's not
don't
a
worry.
phase, Bob.
It's not face.
When I was in
Never
high
will.
school, my music taste was more like Collins.
Like a lot of
Um,
women.
like Shine Down and
Yeah,
do you-
Spotify classified it as alternative metal. Was my top
yeah, that makes sense.
genre.
As opposed to like what regular metals are we talking about? Like
Not steel, not aluminum. These are
Oh.
alternatives.
but just like vegan metal or something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
Vegan metal.
no.
Mercury.
Hey, if they can make vegan leather, they can make vegan metal. All right.
Sure they can.
Vegan metal.
He's absolutely right.
No
Don't judge
animals
him.
Hey,
were
man.
harmed in the making
Why are you
of
booing
this.
him? He's right.
Are there animals harmed in regular metal? Not really.
Don't hate me because I'm right. Like, come on now.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
Ugh.
All right, last thoughts, last comments. One round. Here we go.
Check
I
us
think-
out.
I think we're pretty good. Yeah, let's
Keep
take us
talking
out.
about
You check us out. The battle.
Keep interacting with our stuff. I don't know if you gotten any comments.
Hit the buttons.
That's Drew's thing. But
It
yeah,
is.
throw a couple likes on there. Throw a comment in.
Well, let's
you
see if
got
we
any
have any
topics?
comments on YouTube.
Yeah, throw any
I want-
topics that you guys want us to talk
Dude,
about.
I want hate mail every week. I want to be able to
Honestly, if
rebuttal.
Pugs doesn't get a death threat in the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna be sad.
I'm gonna put my own in there, but that's besides anything.
Hey, Pugs, did you write this to yourself? No.
No.
Doesn't even change his name. It's just his comment. I don't know who this guy Pugs is, but he should die. By Pugs.
Sign
Oh
you
my
shit.
God.
if you comment on our YouTube videos, or if you can even comment on Spotify, I don't even know if you can. Probably. Leave a comment and we'll read it in our next podcast. You can make it as offensive as you want or not offensive as you want.
Oh,
I'll leave that to
We
you.
Drew.
love offensive comments. Those are
We do.
really funny.
Oh,
We do, we
dude.
really do.
I'll make it a fucking challenge. If you can
I-
actually offend me, then
I will say we actually
Oh,
have
man.
a somewhat decent Spotify listener base. It's not bad. We're up to
Ooh.
11 now.
Yeah.
Hey, one of those is
Whoa.
mine, just so you
Yay.
know.
Do you guys
Right.
all listen to our
This is fun.
podcast after we post it? I'm genuinely curious. Like, I don't always.
I don't.
I mean,
but my grandma
I
did.
do.
So
my
there's
grandma.
that.
Your grandma's listening to this shit. I feel
Yup.
bad for her.
Dude, I love that for
She
your
checked
grandma.
out the meet us episode.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Drew, I don't want to
grandma's
be
dead.
mean, but
Whoa,
mine
what a
too,
way
I
to
got-
end the episode. Okay.